Right, Eric Ten Hag has just done his press conference ahead of Crystal Palace vs Manchester United on Saturday evening. Now, this is the press conference reaction. We're going through quotes and talking about team news. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, he talked on Rasmus Højlund and Mason Mount. He said, "It's very good news. They are back in the pitch. They're back in team training. We have to decide whether they are fit enough to start on Saturday. But it's very pleasing that they are fit and back in the squad." Listen, I don't think Mount and Højlund will be in the squad, and I don't think they need to be. It's no point rushing them back just for them to go and pick up another injury. I think it could be a huge risk for Manchester United to start them, and I think the players that started, we look at that number 8, number 10 position where Mount will play. I think probably Eriksen, after his performance against Barnsley, will probably play there over Mount, and I think Mainoo will be in that midfield, as well as Ugarte. And with Højlund, I think Xerxes, he's finding a bit of form. We've got Rashford, Garnacho, Ahmad. I think they won't be available, and I don't think they need to. Will they be in the squad? I don't think so. Definitely, I think maybe for that game against FC Twente midweek, because they will be back in team training and they will be participating in the training session. So that's what I am thinking, and I think they will be part of that squad for that game. But if not, definitely next week. I think it's against Spurs. They will be in that squad, so it's great to have them back. I think they're two very, very good players. I think Mount, it's more of a case of how long he can stay fit for. And with Højlund, it's all about what he can add to this team. And I'm sure Højlund and Mount will be two very, very good assets. Hopefully they can stay fit so we can really, really see their quality shine throughout the season. We don't need them for this weekend ultimately and allow them to fully recover. But it's happy to get them back. Eric Ten Hag also added, we have so many games in this block to cover, so very, very happy. We have to make the final call on Højlund and Mount. They did a couple of days of training. We have to see how they recover, and tomorrow they will make that final call. I think it's too early to kind of get them in that squad, and that's ultimately what I'm going to say on that. Now, the next thing, Eric Ten Hag talked about injuries. He said, on managing injuries, careful on top football. You always have to go to boundaries. It's not avoidable, but when you have a full squad available, then it's easier to manage the load. When you are in circumstances like last season and there's a need to play, we have to overload them. We hope we can integrate them in a very, very careful way. Listen, injuries massively affected Manchester United last season. I mean, we had over 10 centre-back partnerships. Casemiro played there, even Willy Cambuala. Like, most of the players played there, but even Bruno played minutes at centre-back. So it wasn't the best of times for us in terms of injuries last season. And it's all about, and I think one of the main reasons was the fact that Eric Ten Hag didn't rotate his squad enough. Now, we've seen against Barnsley midweek, he has started to rotate his squad, which is a positive because we can't afford to be having these same players play, and they will get injured at the end of it. The players like Delo, who got a break, Bruno as well getting a break, like Mainoo as well. These players who have played a lot of football in the last couple of months, it was great to see them. Obviously they didn't get full breaks, or Mainoo did in that case, but it was good to give them a bit of rest anyway. Now the next thing, he talked about obviously Palace last time. It was 4-0 away to Palace in May, totally deserved, but Saturday will be different. I don't compare situations. From February onwards, we had to find 11 players to construct a team. Now it's 18 and we can pick one. So he's basically saying we have more players available ultimately, and that is correct. I mean, you look at, I think Bruno didn't play that game. Martinez didn't play that game. Eriksen played. Like, it was, I think we were missing quite a few players. So this wasn't our full squad, but obviously Palace did deserve to get the win. And it is a totally different game. Yes, it's good to kind of look at the game before to kind of get a gist of the scoreline, but every single game is different, and we've kind of, the way that we play it, for me, is totally different to the way we played last year. And listen, this is what Ten Hag said on how he improved after the defeat to Palace last May. Maybe you can also compare with the FA Cup final. Don't compare it. The circumstances in that moment, in the season, from February on, we had to find every time 11 players you can construct a team, and now we're in a different place. We have 18 players and we can pick a team. So he's really starting to talk about that kind of thing about squad, and that's ultimately what it's about. Football is a squad game, and it's all about utilising every player in your squad. You can't pick the same 11 players every week, and that's obviously something Eric Ten Hag has learned. So listen, very, very happy. I think we've got a very, very good squad. I mean, you look at the attack, we've got Højlund and Xerxes for the strikers. We've got Rashford and Garnacho for the wings. We've got Ahmad and Garnacho. We've got Anthony in there as well. Like, very, very stacked midfield. You've got Ugarte, Casemiro, Mainoo, Mount, Eriksen, Bruno. Like, very, very good. You've got young Toby Collier in as well. Defensively, we've got Euro when he comes back from injury. De Ligt, Mazraoui, Delo. Shaw and Malassi when they come back. So we have built a very good unit, and the squad is all about really getting that to that next level now and really finding that next quality. But yeah, that's all Erik ten Hag had to say. His press conference reaction. Please do not forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. Thank you for watching. Check out the preview as well. Peace.